Hey everyone, welcome to the Premier League opening day match. It's Middlesbrough, the new promoted side, versus Brighton and Hove Albion at the Riverside Stadium, Middlesbrough's home stadium. And, well, I'll tell you, Middlesbrough last season in the Championship, one of those dominant sides, and the transfer business for Middlesbrough is really smart. It's been really smart since last season. They've been signing Championship players with good potential, good quality, and well, they've been using them, growing them up into these great players. For example, Mingos Quinner and players like that. But Middlesbrough have actually got two new debutantes today, who both come from the Championship, Bagura and Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent from Norwich City, and Bagura, can't really remember where he came from, but I think he did come from a Championship club, or maybe even a League One club. I'm not sure, but he did come from one of those. He did come from one of them leagues. But Brighton have actually got a sign of their own. Aaron Ramsdale. Didn't quite work out for Aaron Ramsdale for Arsenal ever since they signed Andre Ruin on loan, and of course Andre Ruin signed a permanent deal after the end of that season. So Aaron Ramsdale was basically kicked out of Arsenal, but hopefully he can do well this season. Of course, last season Brighton were in a title race, but then kind of fell off in the second half of the season. And I think they kind of got complacent as well, because Roberto De Zerbi, their manager, kind of asked for to rematch West Brom, and it was like, why would you do that? And then they absolutely got battered. I think they got battered 7-0 by West Brom, and then that's when West Bromwich Albion ended up winning the league without drawing or losing a single game. So in the end, it was kind of a questionable decision, and well, yeah, it was really questionable. But anyway, that is offside, quite literally offside as well. Very far offside, that is. No, not really near. But Middlesbrough today, new promoted side, they're going to be trying to hold their own, using their championship transfer strategy. We're going to be trying to outclass the Premier League by growing some of the Championship players. Of course, they've signed Josh Sargent and Bagura from EFL sides. And, well, I think Middlesbrough is going to be a fun team to watch this season if they're in form, because players like Domingos Quinner, who can just control the whole pitch, and Josh Sargent as well, a great signing from Norwich City as well. Domingos Quinner coming through, but stopped at the end. Premier League's not going to be as easy as the Championship, Domingos Quinner, but he's still doing all right. Oh, thought he was going to give that away, but Jack Clark, great composure, and overlaps to Jones. He's asking for the ball, and he crosses the ball in, but don't think that was the right option there. Domingos Quinner was asking for the ball into the box for him. Oh great pass to Bagura, and Cameron Archer, and it's in! Middlesbrough lead 1-0 at their home stadium on the opening day of the Premier League against a team who's in the Champions League this season. And I'll tell you what, really good build-up play as well. Bagura, on his debut, that was a great pass. He looks up, saw Cameron Archer. Domingos Quinner knew what Cameron Archer was going to do. He's got the striker instinct. He knows Cameron Archer's got striker instinct. He jumps over the ball. Cameron Archer's shot just flies into the net. And it's 1-0. But yeah, Brighton, they can't have a season like last season, especially the second half of the season from last season, because well, it was really bad form in the second half of the season. Brighton cannot have something like that, but Brighton, they do have a few players who are, oh, hold on. Oh, good save from Aaron Ramsdale, his first save in a Brighton shirt. But anyway, as I was saying, as we watch the replay, it was defected as well. But Brighton cannot have a second half of the season like they did last season, because their form was horrendous. I think they still got Champions League football. Oh my goodness! Well, as I was speaking, I guess Van der Berg just wanted me to shut up and just watch that goal fly in with his header. What a goal, and the delivery. It's not just the goal, it's the delivery as well. You watch that delivery from Domingos Quina. That ball, the way it curled, like literally perfectly to Van der Berg, and for him to head it that powerful and precisely into the back of the net. That is defender header's instinct. That is the type of instinct a defender should have at when it's a corner to their team. Great header, and Brighton already losing 2-0. They're going to try and fight back, but Middlesbrough holding their own. So far, their Championship transfer strategy is working in the Premier League, and well, it's only a matter of time before Middlesbrough score again, as they almost challenged it. They have to let Brighton get that one. They can't press it. Van der Berg, great defending, and Rivaldo. Oh, good turn. Nah, not good. I thought it was a good turn, but just couldn't get it. Oh, great goal. Brighton are back in it now. João Pedro with the finish. And it's looking like a contest again. Brighton do not want a season like last season. They definitely don't want that. And players like João Pedro have been linked with bigger clubs. I wouldn't say bigger clubs, because Brighton is quite good, but he's been linked with clubs that would really take him to the next level. And Brighton, if they want, they need to keep him. They do need to keep him, unless they can find a striker who's just as good, if not better than him. Then they do need to try and convince João Pedro to stay, if the rumours are true that he is rumoured for a move away. Because he did just score a good goal for Brighton. That shows his quality. And there's a second ball on the pitch. They should... those two tugging there. Don't really know what they're doing. Play fighting or something like that. And, okay, I don't really know what Brighton was doing there. I guess he thought the cameraman was a Brighton player. He is in the covers, to be fair. He is in the covers. Oh, nice from Jack Clark there. Oh, nice. Over to Josh Sargent. Domingos Quina. And Domingos Quina. Oh, he almost finished it. Good save from Aaron Ramsdale. That's why Brighton have signed a player like Aaron Ramsdale, because Aaron Ramsdale, even though he was thrown out of Arsenal, he's not a bad player to have in your net. And Brighton, I think they won a bargain, because he wasn't that expensive, to be fair. They won a bargain with Aaron Ramsdale, and hopefully this season he can continue to make saves like that. Because Brighton really need their form in this season if they want a challenge for the title. But it is half time. Brighton have got one back, but Middlesbrough are leading 2-1 at the Riverside Stadium. João Pedro, with his first shot though, he did score a good goal. But it is Middlesbrough 2, Brighton 1 as it stands at the Riverside Stadium. Second half, it's going to be intense. And as the second half comes underway, Brighton over Albion kick us off. And Brighton, they just need one more goal now. They got their goal back in the first half. They just need to find another chance. They need to find another chance to score and bring things level. But Middlesbrough won't give up. Cameron Archer, and it's in. Could you believe it? Cameron Archer with the striker's instinct once again. And Middlesbrough, I told you, they would not be a pushover team. Middlesbrough are here to stay. Even if it is on the opening day of the season, they're doing it against Brighton, a team that's in the Champions League this season. And as I watched the replay, it was a brilliant finish, powerful and precise. That is exactly what you want from Cameron Archer. Middlesbrough rather play like Cameron Archer. You'd rather, a lot of teams would rather play like Cameron Archer. A great player. He's just got that. He's got that instinct to just strike them with power. But he also places it. Not only does he use his power, but he places it. And here comes Domingos Quina. He's run past the whole defence. And Alan Ramsdale needs to save this, but he hasn't. Domingos Quina. And he does himself a nice little bow to the Middlesbrough fans, as if to say, we're putting on a show to you. We're showing you it's opening day of the Premier League season. We're the new promoted side. Brighton are a Champions League side, but we will not succumb. We are Middlesbrough. That's what Domingos Quina is saying right now. Oh, in that one simple celebration, that is what he's saying right now. And honestly, Middlesbrough looks like they're going to be an exciting team because they are doing really well. Jack Clark, great defending, and I thought it was going to be given away there, but the Brighton player did not quite get the touch on it. Josh Sargent here. Josh Sargent looking for his first contribution. And Josh Sargent does get past, and he has done it. Josh Sargent with his first Middlesbrough goal. And what a special one as well in the Premier League. Just think, Josh Sargent last season was in the Championship playoff final for Norwich City. And by the way, that is a really good finish into the bottom corner. And nice backflip as well from Josh Sargent. I didn't know he could do that. But just think, last season, he was in the Championship playoff final with Norwich City against Aston Villa. Norwich lost. It looked like Josh Sargent was going to spend another season in the Championship, but Middlesbrough came calling, and look at him now. On the opening day of the Premier League season, he scores on his debut. Middlesbrough have got a special transfer. It's got a special transfer strategy. And they've got it to Domingos Quina, and Domingos Quina, and it's in! Domingos Quina again. An assist for Cameron Archer. If goals was not enough for Cameron Archer, he gets an assist as well, as Domingos Quina puts it in. A dagger for Brighton fans there, but a heartfelt goal for the Middlesbrough fans in the home stadium, inside the Riverside Stadium. It's a great game. It's been a great game for Middlesbrough. They are fighting with instincts, but Brighton, on the other hand, it feels like they're just inconsistent. They show flashes of brilliance, but then they just turn back into their old selves from the second half of the season, and then it's like, what's happening? And as it goes wide, João Pedro not so lucky with his shot that time. It wasn't too far off. Oh, really wasn't too far off, but not that time for João Pedro. And, well, it's really looking like Brighton are just going to be their old selves from last season in the second half of the season. Brighton not playing as good as they should be, realistically, as a Champions League club. If they're playing this bad against Middlesbrough, don't get me wrong, Middlesbrough are playing really well, but playing like this, if Brighton are going to be playing in the Champions League, what's going to happen against European experienced sides like that? Brighton They can't take that. Brighton, they need to pick themselves back up. Because realistically, on paper, against a new promoted side, Brighton should be getting things done. But it's just not happened for them yet. As Brighton takes the corner, James Milner. I don't even know how long James Milner's played in the Premier League. He's played for a long time now. But anyway, good from Middlesbrough, holding the ball off well, and he's actually got that pass on almost to the Mingos Quinner, but pass just wasn't powerful enough, just wasn't good enough. Jack Clark pressing high, but that leaves the defender out. Good, well, I was going to say good save, but it was a simple one at that for Sheffin. Not the best from Welbeck. The Mingos Quinner challenged from the back there. The ball given back to Brighton. Good pressing there. Brighton. They're playing too slow here. They're chasing goals. I'm not sure if they're going to get anything from this game from where they are now. But they really need to start playing more risks because they've just let Middlesbrough in through now. And, oh, well, he's lucky. Ruth didn't really have a shooting boots on today. And, yeah, they're making 2 subs now. Milner coming off, João Pedro coming off, Ferguson not coming on. Yeah, they have to make changes. They have to make changes. And Ramsdale plays it short. I don't know why they're trying to build up from the back. Because Brighton, realistically, should be chasing goals. But they're playing from the back, which is something Middlesbrough should be doing. Realistically. But Middlesbrough have it now. And, oh, not a bad idea from Domingos Quinner, but just couldn't execute it. And a good save from Jack Sheffin. But a problem there, Welbeck, I think he could have took his time there. He rushed in to take the shot. He rushed too early, he rushed too much to get that shot. And Middlesbrough are now making a whopping 4 substitutions. Well, fair enough, because it is near the end of the game. Got to give a few players a run out, just see how they do in the Premier League. Especially players like Julia Gappo, who played quite a few games for Middlesbrough, but did come off the bench when Cameron Archer signed. And here comes Middlesbrough. Good pass. And here comes Gappo. Gappo could be scoring. And just couldn't get it right on his foot. Close though. Close. As yeah, we watched the replay. Yeah, couldn't quite get it. Couldn't quite in the end. Don't think that might have been his weak foot. I'm not sure. And Ramsdale taking the goal kick. And this time he actually takes the wrong one, but a little bit too late for that. Brighton get it back. Brighton playing a bit too much there. Yeah, playing a bit too much. And it's going to be full time here at the Riverside Stadium. Middlesbrough absolutely destroyed Brighton. And you can see the Brighton players distraught today. But the Middlesbrough players, I think we're going to see something good. I don't think this is relatively just Brighton's performance. I think Middlesbrough played with a lot of heart. These championship players, their transfer strategy of championship level players and EFL stuff like that, it's done well for them. And really, I think they're going to be a joy to watch. Middlesbrough 6, Brighton 1.